hand. Ghostly hauntings since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creaky floorboards and every dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. All rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Hello, everybody. It's me, myself, and I on the Raw Side. Happy Raw Side Wednesday, everybody. It's an avatar tonight because I am a little bit pissed off. So, yeah, I don't think I need to be on camera. So, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm glad you guys can all come and hang out, discuss an interesting topic, and whatever comes across the screen, we will roll with. And let's see who's come to hang out with us tonight. Hey, Janice, how's it going? Wombler, hello, hello, hello. Hello, Miss Janice. Hi, Sage. Hello, hello, Miss Pinky. Pam, lovely, how are you? Let's see. Pomp, hello there, Sir Pomp. You're at work. How did the game go? Did you win? Are you happy? Yes, no, maybe so. I'm glad everybody come hang out. And hello to all the lurkers. Oh no, Mom opened the door and let flies in. Oh man, yeah, we've got one flying around. It's driving us nuts. We can't catch the little bugger though. We'll get him. What I need to do is just set my coffee out so he can fly into it and drown, because that's what happened the last time I had coffee in the studio. Freaking fly did a nosedive, and that was the end of that. He was floating up. Went to bed too hot, could not get to sleep, so I got back up. Oh my goodness. Put some ice in a baggie and put it in bed with you. I'll cool you off. Hi, everyone. I'm going to try watching In All This Pain. Oh, Betty. Hi, sweetie. Oh, my goodness. Just relax. Calm down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at the beginning. I didn't know you were feeling under the weather. I'm just on edge. Everything is going on here at the house. And then something else happened that just really kind of annoyed me. And you'd think I'd be used to it, working in the YouTube world. But, you know, I always give people the benefit of doubt that they're mature adults, and I'm always proven wrong. You know, who the frick would have figured, right? Hello, Joe. Joe, how's it doing, Joe? I should have Joe join, because he's got a lot of insight on this subject and camera expertise. because that's what we're going to be discussing, this kind of thing. But hopefully, better, you feel better soon, honey. Did you take something for it? So yeah, Joe, if you want to join in, let me know. I'll send you the link. And but welcome everybody and all the lurkers. We enjoy you too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how's everybody tonight? Besides me being, well, I mean, bitch today. I should be a bitch. The plumbing is still not fixed. They can't come until tomorrow morning to finish the job because the first thing didn't work. So yeah. Yeah, how it goes with the plumbing. Oh, it's the plumbing. This is a nightmare, Sage. Not a nightmare. It's costing me money that I don't have. And yeah, the first thing that they did, it was didn't work. No matter what the guy did, it didn't work. So then I called the village. We thought maybe it was the main line there was an issue. Village come out, checked out the main line. Main line's fine. So it's something with the house line. So I had to call the plumber back. So now we're getting it power washed, the pipe from basement to the street. And apparently what it does is it strips everything out of that pipe, making it clean as a whistle. And if that don't work, then I got to build an outhouse because I'm done. I'm so done. Orbs, lame. Yeah, yes, orbs. We need to discuss the world of orbs. So, and I told the guys, you don't get too crazy with the bill, man, because there's a budget. And if it's costing over what I tell you, forget it. Just keep driving because I ain't paying no more. Yeah, ER gave me a steroid and told me at home to take Tylenol and ibuprofen. Ah, yeah. Is it extra strength Tylenol? That seems to help me. Of course, I didn't ask, Betty. What's going on? What's the pain? Is it arthritic pain? Is it something else? So hopefully you can find some kind of comfort. Maybe an ice pack or something might help if there's any kind of swelling involved. But yeah, if you want to join in, let me know, Joe. Let me know, Joe. I don't know. I'm a bit of a cranky pants. That too shall pass, though. I just, I keep forgetting that not everybody in the community is a grown up. Orb. Yeah, guys, what is it, man? Are they real or are they wishful thinking? I want you guys to share your input, your experiences, so that we can discuss this. Hey, Cynthia, how's it going? Football, you bet. Hurting, had a hernia repair surgery yesterday, painful, no. Oh, Janice. Yeah, we're all falling apart. Damn, we're all falling apart. That's just awful. Just awful. Take your time. Do what you're told. Of course, listen to me. But it's different. I always tell people, do what you're told. Do what you got to do. And I do exactly the opposite. So I can't talk. Bad girl. You got to keep up the image, Superwoman. The sound in here is so loud. I'm talking too loud. I'm sorry. I'll quiet down. I just get my feathers are ruffled. I had to listen to a little head banging before I got on here to burn off the attitude that I had going on. It's from pneumonia shot. They said might have hit the nerve. Oh, yes. That ouch. Oh, try a little ice pack on it, sweetie. It might help. They call it frozen shoulder. See, here you think you're doing a good thing, and they bust you up even more than you already are. I can join when you want. Okay, there, sir. I will send you the link. Let's copy that bad boy and send it to Mr. Vitale. I'll have him join in because I just want to discuss this and see what everybody's input is. There he is. And there it is. We sent it on its way, Sir Joe. It's got a lot to do with camera effects, lighting, stuff like that. I'm not saying that they don't exist. Don't get me wrong. But it's really hard to tell what's real and what's not. And I think that's something that we all need to learn and determine what is what. You know what I mean? Did it go through, Joe? Half the time, I don't even know if the damn thing goes through. And you don't have to be on camera if you don't want. It's all right. Like I said, I just was after everything I put up with today. Last thing I had to do was do my hair and look all purty. Just, it's hard to be purty when you're pissed off. Uh, you said no football. Just no football talk. I just wanted to clarify which football you goof. There he is.
Let me shut
Hello.
that off. There we
Hello,
go.
sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello.
There's that voice. Talk sweet to us, Sir Joe.
Oh, geez. My name is Joe.
Okay.
There's the sexy voice. You
Yeah.
always wanted to hear.
Ooh. It made my panties tingle.
No. You need a mop?
No, not yet. We're working on it. I'll let you know. So, how you been?
I've been, I guess.
You been? Are you guys getting beat up by this heat too?
It had done nothing but rain since last Thursday, and then Sunday we had some rain, and then so far no rain.
I know.
We've had a lot of rain.
Oh, hey, Steph. Yeah, better to be pissed off than pissed on. I agree with that one. So yeah, no, we've been dying here, just getting roasted alive, and now we're getting the smoke from the Canadian fires. So the sky was brown today.
Yeah, Kenny posted a photo, and I'm like, Jesus, man, it looks like you guys are living in freaking Mars or something.
Yeah, it was real free. And look, yeah, where he is, he's even closer. So yeah, it's gonna be really bad up there for him. And I'm only a couple hours away from him, so they sang Friday here. Don't even go outside.
When there were fires in Gatlinburg, it was pretty smoky where I'm at here in Bristol.
Right.
And I was like, thinking, yeah, that's kind of bad, you know, it's pretty smoky. And then I look at Kenny's photo and I'm like, dude, that's just, nope.
Yeah, it's
Can't
awful.
compete.
Yeah, it's
Can't
awful.
compete with that. It's bad where he's at.
Now, the last time that they had the fires, it was really bad here, and you could even smell it. Because I kept saying, what the hell's on fire? And my husband goes, it's from the Canadian fires. I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. It smelled like fire here too in Bristol when that whole thing happened in Gatlinburg. And when the races come, because I'm like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes away from the Bristol Speedway NASCAR track.
Okay.
Oh God. Yeah. It smells like campfire for like a week.
It's so weird. It's weird.
So like if I drive down 394 or even what they call Volunteer Parkway, driving through there and then like getting back to the house, I'll get out of my car and my whole car stinks of campfire.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's weird. There's nothing we can do about it. Just stay in the house like they said. And
so, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Glitchy happened there for a second. Are you able to share your screen?
I think I can. Why? What are you going to share?
Let me see. Okay, no, I have it on my end. Okay, so it's just dick pics. That's all. No, I'm kidding.
Joe, you're supposed to send those to my phone.
That's from my other page. No, I'm kidding.
He's sending me a picture of the little Vitaly. Okay, let's see. There we go.
So let me roll it back over here. All right, so these were taken quite some time ago. Okay, so we're on the subject of ores, but we might as well talk about also the mist people seem to get in their photos.
Yes.
Okay, so this was taken, and I did this on purpose, I was in a road, and people look at it like, "Oh my god!" It's like paranormal mist or ectoplasma or whatever.
Right.
It's dumb. What it actually is evaporation. There's a puddle in the road,
Wow.
and that's what's causing that. We go to the next one.
Isn't that something?
Okay, yeah, I don't know why this isn't. There's probably a couple of them there. We did an investigation. So there's a dude named John Wolf
Right.
who ended up disappearing, and we actually lived just a couple like houses down from the dude's son and daughter-in-law, and they were
Okay.
having crazy stuff happen. Anyways, yeah, this is some of the crap that we from time to time have to deal with.
They
This
live
dude-
there?
This guy lived there.
Ooh.
He went missing for months. Nobody could find him. They knew he was dead.
Oh, no.
And the guy that they had, the suspect, he fled town, but there was no way to connect the guy to what happened to him.
Right.
Anyways, we went there to investigate it, and
Oh.
it was disgusting. But anyways, now we have like this weird haze. Now we're
Yes.
at a cemetery. Ooh, it's got to be a ghost, right? Nope. Fog.
There
That's
you
all
go.
it is. Fog or evaporation. That's
Right.
it. That's all it is. Now we can't see that with our own eyes. Even taking a picture of it and the flash, we still could not see that with our own eyes. It only came up when the
On-
picture was
On
taken.
the picture, yeah.
Right. So, and yeah, the quality of these photos aren't very good. This is like late 1990, early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah, but even though that's showing up
Yeah.
like that, it's going to make you question it. So, yeah, look at that. Wow.
So now we are at a cemetery that's basically forgotten. That's fog. That's all that is. Now, I've seen people take pictures that look just like this. Like, oh, a spirit is manifesting. I'm like, no, look around. It's damp where you're at.
Yeah.
It's not a ghost. And I'll explain a little bit why I'm bringing this up. And that's old too. And again, same road, different angle of that evaporation. Now it's funny because if you look closely, it almost looks like we have two eyes,
Oh, yeah.
hairline, face, jawline, an arm almost like it's waving.
Yeah, it does.
It's nothing but fog. And then, you look at this here and it's like, oh my God, look, it almost looks like, something evil, two eyes.
Yeah, it looks like a skull of some
Yeah.
sort.
Pareidolia. What else do I have here? Same cemetery, same effect. And again, that is just fog or evaporation.
Right.
Anything else? There's that damn door. Anyways, all right. Now I'll go ahead and get into orbs. Knock that out. Go here. Okay, so I just brought this up. I have my own photos,
Right.
but I want to bring that. Hopefully, it'll be a bigger picture. Yeah, I don't care. Go away.
Yeah, don't you love it?
I
Pinterest.
don't want. Go away. Leave me alone. I don't want to do any of this. Oh, it's being a pain in the ass. All right. So hopefully, anyways, you guys can see that really well.
Right.
Now, people would say, "Oh, well, this is an orb because it has a center, it has a middle, and it has an outer." That is the lens. You're literally looking at a reflection of a camera lens.
Yeah.
That's what a camera lens would look like when there's refraction. And then let me pop. Go away. I don't like you. Go away. Leave me alone. Okay. I'm hoping I can find orbs that look like they're streaking. Oh, that's a good one right there. Yeah, that's the lens.
Yeah.
That's chromatic aberration around the thing, that the purple haze. If you look close enough at YouTube videos in certain situations, you will see chromatic aberration.
Right.
It's just something that a camera lens does. Not all, like the cheaper ones are more prone to do that. All right, so I wanted streaking orbs. All right, so basically what we have here is motion blur. This, along with the fog that I showed, a lot of it has to do with the flash on our cameras,
Right.
like cell phones and like the point and shoot cameras where the flash is next to the lens. If you take the flash and you move it away from the lens, your ghost orbs disappear,
Right.
because it really does have to do with lighting and how close that light is to your lens.
Oops.
But what we have here is motion blurs. Obviously, taken at night, the camera's going to adjust, and because it needs more light to be able to take the photo, the shutter will close slower rather than like really fast.
Right.
And that causes the motion blur. Now, with digital cameras, most people don't actually get how digital cameras work. They're like, I do push a button and poof, picture. Or, same thing with your phone. I just, push the little button on the screen and it'll take a picture. Boom. It's so much more than that. It's like far more complicated than that.
Right. We had the adjustment of all the settings.
But yeah, so when you take a photo, it's not taking everything that is being seen through the lens at the exact same time. It seems like it because it happens really fast. So think of it like this. Think of when you take a picture, it acts like a printer. You have a whole bunch of different lines with a whole bunch of different pixels. Let me find something here real quick just to give a better visual.
Right. Well, while you're looking, yeah, Betty has a question, because what about feather orbs?
Feather orbs. I'd have to really see what that is. Okay. Let me do this. Let me go back over here, round up to 10. All right. So we'll just say that this is the camera sensor. And each square, the black and white square, is a pixel. So what happens is, like I said, think of it like a printer, except way faster, is that the way the image is processed, and this does not apply to what's called global sensors. We're not even going to get into that. We're going to get into what basically everyone has, CMOS sensor. So from left to right, it puts that photo together. And again, next line, left to right. Again, left to right, left to right. That's how the camera reads out that information.
Right.
So when you take a picture, the top half of your picture is actually older than the bottom half of your photo. It sounds crazy, but it's true. So what's happening is, the longer the shutter stays open, the more light's hitting the sensor, but now it's more prone to get motion blur. And even if somebody is in complete focus, and then you see like a little orb streaking or whatever,
Right.
People are like, oh no, it's in focus. Look, that person's in focus. Yeah, because that person isn't moving, or they're not moving enough to create motion blur. Whereas that little dust particle, it's moving. And that little dust particle or this orb is actually really close um, to the lens. So what happens is that little dust particle, when things are out of focus on a camera, they get way bigger. They look way bigger. They're out of focus. They can be very transparent. Um, that's that's how a camera works. I mean, the closer you get to the lens with something like a speck of dust, it's out of focus. The light's going to hit it, and it's going to look much bigger than it actually is.
Right.
Um, but they like this here. These aren't dust particles. This is just moisture in the air.
Well,
And
because it's same effect. Like somebody had sent me a video off of a home a security camera, and to see the video, it looked like there was millions of light orbs flying at the camera, and that was the first time I ever seen that. And I actually sent it out to Kenny Biddle, and he said it was rain.
it's moisture in the air.
Yeah, it was picking up the rain, and it was flying towards the cat. It was really amazing. So I can see where people will be confused on what the hell it was.
Right. Now, what direction is this guy going? Which direction is this actually headed? Is it heading upwards and to the right or downwards to the left?
Right.
It's going downward to the left. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, right here, that's the main part of it, and the rest of it is streaking." No.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting.
Also, I have to remember too that when you look through a lens of a camera, like if you have like a mirrorless camera where you can detach the lens and stuff like that, if you look through it, everything is upside down.
Right, exactly. People forget that. Yep.
And it, like basically everything is kind of like the opposite. It's weird. So this orb is going down and to the left. But again, people would think that this is going down or going upwards to the right.
Right, because you're thinking that the smaller end is the tail.
Right.
Yep.
But it's not. But again, if you want to get rid of orbs, if you want to get rid of all the ghost orbs in your photos, move the flash. Don't use flash. That fixes everything. You notice how many orbs I get in my videos? None.
Right. No flash, no light.
Because where my IR light sits on my camera, it sits far enough away for that not to happen. Once in a great while, it might happen, but because of the position of the my IR light, it does it just gets rid of it. All right, I can stop sharing that screen.
So it's just important that people know how to use their camera, understand the adjustments, because that's pretty much a lot of what it is you take these photographs and they're like, oh, and that's just not what it is. I mean, there's a lot of people I've had to, tell them, I'm sorry, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but that's just not what you think it is. And I'm not, a professional photographer, but it's from the little bits and pieces that I do understand that, yeah, it's, you got to know your equipment.
Let's see. So some people say, well, this is different because it took this path or that path or did loop-de-loops and all kinds of other stuff. No, it's dust. It's going to do all kinds of crazy things, and it may seem like it's moving with intelligence, but I promise you it's not. It's just going with the airflow. There could be turbulence that could cause a piece of dust to go from one direction to another. And it doesn't just have to be dust or moisture in the air. It could be other things, bugs, could be pollen in the air.
Yep.
Um, it could be many, many airborne things that can appear to look like orbs. And then you have the whole thing where the rods. People are making a big deal about these rods.
Yeah, that's I've never had that.
Okay. Um, that is caused by a bug moving so fast that the shutter of the camera cannot keep up with it. So there's something called rolling shutter with cameras. So if you move a camera left to right or really any direction really fast, you'll
Right.
get almost like this bending effect. Now, it doesn't happen to every single camera. A lot of cameras are their readout speed is really great, so you don't really get that. But and this, like my cinema camera, does this. If I turn my camera too fast, like if there's a pole in the screen and I turn my camera, the pole is going to look like it's bending and kind of warping,
Oh,
or it'll look like it's actually sideways rather than straight up and down. So it'll kind of like bend a little bit to the side.
right.
Um, this is something. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. Pay attention to that with like YouTubers, like spinning their cameras around at a spooky location. You can see that. You can see the rolling shutter effect happen. Um, I'm not sure what Betty's disagreeing with me about, um, but yeah, whatever. Um, have to
But she still loves you. That's okay.
right? Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know
Yeah,
what part she's disagreeing with me with. Um, but orbs are something that if they are these little balls of light, we have a couple of issues here. You wouldn't just see them in your camera; you'd be able to see them with your own eyes. The
right.
other thing, if they are little balls of light, and this is something I can easily prove. Turn on a light in your camera with flash at the light bulb. Tell me what happens. Even though the light is on, that light is going to look like it's turned off in the photo, even though it's on, because
Right.
the flash is going to overpower the light bulb. It also depends on the flash, how powerful the flash is. So if somebody was to take a picture of an orb and it's supposed to produce its own light, you'd wash it out. You wouldn't be able to see it, or it would look like a black dot.
Very interesting.
Um, I mean, I'm a camera guy.
Right.
You know, I've got all kinds of cameras. Got some cinema cameras. We got to be skilled with cinema cameras. Um, Even some of my other cameras that I have that just taking photos with, you gotta have some knowledge using those and having it set up right.
Right.
People just throw their stuff in auto and that's it. When it's better to have a camera set up manual, so you can adjust the camera to take a picture correctly of whatever it is you're taking a picture of. So if you're in a dark hallway, first off, put the camera on a damn tripod. Put it on at least a 3-second timer, because you hit that shutter button, the camera's going to move, even if it's on a tripod. Just the slightest move going to cause motion blur. So put it on a 3-second timer, and then try to figure out what is the best setting for that particular shot. And even going, like, let's say you took that picture in a hallway, even moving down that hallway, the you still need to manually get into your camera and set it up, because just because you're in the same hallway doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same conditions. Um, like part of the hallway could have carpet, maybe no doors, but when you go down the hallway further, now you're running into, we'll just say, a concrete floor, a bunch of doors, and all kinds of other things. That even just that is going to um, change the outcome of that photo that's been taken. And it sounds stupid. You would think that it wouldn't matter, but it does matter because there's a lot more at play. Um, like the door handles. We went from part of the hallway where there were like no doors to then move further into the hallway. You have doors. Now they have door handles. Those shine. Um, then you may have windows. If the doors are open, then you may have windows in rooms that can also do a lot of funny things. I mean, it's wild um, how certain things can change the outcome of a photo.
And it can be easily done. Eric, we got one thing that Steph is saying it. So, what do you call it if you see what looks like a milky or smoky round or oblong thingy floating in the air and you could see it with your own eyes?
Um, I don't know what I would call it because I wouldn't know. I'm like I don't know exactly what I would. I mean, like it's being described, but like I mean, if I was to see something like that, I'd be like, huh, I don't poke it. Don't walk up to it and be like, poke, poke, poke. Um, I mean, then that is something. If you're able to see it with your own eyes, obviously there's something there, unless you got something wrong with your eyes.
Right, like it's a floater or something. But no,
Yeah, take a freaking picture.
right.
Use
And,
another thing.
go ahead.
Another thing too is, um, like with investigating, when you're taking pictures, make note of it. I mean, you don't have to in that moment, but when you take pictures, also use the video camera as a reference. So if you're facing the same direction as a video camera and you think you got something, reference it on the video camera. Guarantee there's going to be a big difference between the video camera and the photo taken.
Right.
The video camera is going to be a lot more clear and more honest. You're not going to get that pareidolia. I mean, you can, but you're not really going to get that pareidolia effect that you would get like taking a picture with your camera uh, on your phone, anyways, or even a digital camera. I
Right.
guess it just depends. Um,
Well, Pam also says, she goes, doesn't it also depend on your flash setup? She says she's old style, so she doesn't know about the newer cameras.
um, even today, flash positioning of flash matters. Um, I don't have my camera on. When you look at the back of your phone, you see where your flash is, you see where your lenses are. You can see exactly how close the flash is to the lens, even with the point and shoot camera. The flash is like right there, not even like an inch away from the lens.
Right. Hey, Carla.
Um, if you were able to take the flash, literally move it away from the camera, but still be able to light up what you need lit up, that is going to make a huge difference. Like you're going to go from seeing orbs to now no orbs because it's the light, it's the flash, or even just the light on a camera that is giving the illusion that you're getting orbs when really it's just particles in the air
Right.
that are really close to the lens. I have I should probably do an update video because I have a video. I don't even know if it's still up or not. Actually, I'll have to look. like literally showing how it happens, how to eliminate it, and it went into further detail with a lot of other things as well. Um, I definitely need to update that. Now,
Yeah, I think they would help a lot of people out. Yeah.
another thing too, people are like, well, I've gotten different colored orbs. Let me explain that one.
Yes, please do.
It depends on what's going on in the background. People are like, oh, that's a red orb. And I'll look at their photo and I can see that there's something red and shiny somewhere in the background. Just so happened that a little piece of dust or airborne particle was in the right spot to pick up the color red. I've shown this in a video where um, I had a piece of dust go past my desk, and it went from white to then brown.
Huh. So it was picking up the color of the wood.
Yep. Yes.
That's pretty interesting.
It's funny because there are people who wrote books. Oh, what do different colored orbs mean? And I'm like, oh my god, like, oh Lord.
Well, that part there, okay, like you said, with the ones that you can see with the naked eye, like Betty says, she has seen them, without camera,
Right.
and she's seen them where they have changed colors. That is very interesting because I've told you guys about the story about Star Hill and the giant orb that comes above the road, and it's like a giant white ball, but it has been known to change color as well, and you see this with your naked eye. So this is what I'm trying to figure out. How the hell is it appearing there? What is it? And how is it able to change color and move? Hover and everything. It's really odd.
So I used to do security at a power plant,
Mm-hmm.
and we would see these balls of light. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, I'm like, it ain't a freaking ghost. But what is it? And then somebody from the power plant explained to me what was going on. Basically, it's just think of it like almost like ball lightning.
And which I have actually seen once.
Yeah, think of it as like ball lightning.
Right.
And then he's like, you'd be surprised at how many times people claim that they have seen UFOs over the top of this power plant when really it's not a UFO. It's a byproduct of power and shit like that. Things like that happening. It's rare, but it happens. I don't remember how he said that it was they get created or the conditions in which they get created, but like that kind of thing does happen. I have seen what people would call orbs coming out of a transformer on a pole, and then it blew up.
Oh, jeez, nice.
And I don't know if anybody has ever been close to a transformer that just decides to blow up.
That's scary shit. I've seen it.
Holy shit. Well, it blew up, but it didn't blow up in pieces or anything like that. It just blew up internally. That sounds like a fucking shotgun.
Yeah, and when you get sparks and everything, I'm flying. It's one hell of a show.
Yeah, it's Jesus. But this one, before it actually blew up, we could see these like orbs of light, coming out of it and shit like that. I'm like, oh hey, that's pretty cool. Then I turned around to go back inside, and I heard boom. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
I about jumped out of my shoes. I thought
you had to clean your shorts after that one, right?
Shit. Made my butt pucker, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So the first thing I thought was, holy shit, somebody's got a shotgun.
Hit the ground. Everybody's throwing themselves onto the ground.
Oh my god. Yeah, my heart went into my stomach when that happened.
Scary. Well, you don't expect it. Yeah, plasma balls are a thing often associated with high voltage. Yeah. Well, see, the orb that I'm talking about is there's nothing around. This is out in the middle of nowhere. And it always shows up above on the road. You park on the side of the road and then you wait there a long time sometimes. And this doesn't always happen. And then all of a sudden it just appears. Now I've tried to debunk it. Okay, I'm looking for like a beam of light, or maybe somebody's got something rigged up, to pull the wool over people's eyes. And then I've also questioned, okay, there is a government installation that's higher up on the hill. Is it something that they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
But if it was a beam of light, you would see the beam, not just the ball.
Right.
And then this thing, like I said, it'll either hover, it'll get bigger or smaller, or it'll travel up and down the road. And people have often said that it has traveled right past their cars.
Now, I'm not going to sit there and say orbs are not real. They do not exist. I am not saying that. But what I'm saying is that there is a more plausible explanation. Well, that is the explanation as to why people are getting those types of anomalies in their photos and their videos. However, different story when you can see it with your own eyes.
Right.
And the most recent that I have seen that was at the Conjuring House a couple years ago. We had to go back to film some more B-roll. And it was dead winter. And I remember I was looking outside of one of the windows from upstairs, one of the bedrooms. I'm like, what the hell is that? Kept seeing these flashes of light. What the hell? Now I was on the phone with somebody too. Matt, I think Matt may have been with me. I don't remember. But I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm explaining to it to somebody who I'm on the phone with. They're like, well, I mean, there's a lot of snow. Could it be snowmobiles? I'm like, no, too high up. And there wouldn't be a bunch of snowmobiles. And I'm like, there's no way snowmobile could move that fast in that dense wooded area. And then, well, maybe it could be lightning bugs. I'm like, it's fucking winter.
Oh yeah, they ain't having lightning bugs.
Hello. And then, well, it could be a helicopter. I'm like, if that's a helicopter, you'd be able to hear it. And it's not above the trees. It's in the wooded area above ground.
Right.
And I kept seeing, I would see these flashes in one spot, flash in another, and it kept going, in different spots. What the hell? And I even asked Jen and Corin, hey, you guys got lights that blink or something like that? Or do the neighbors have lights? They have that blink out in the trees or something like that? They're like, no. Why? Do you see them? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, another team seen the same thing. And then come to find out that it was the guys who did Sleepless Unrest, the documentary that they did at the Conjuring House. Right. They captured it on video. I'm like, that's exactly where I seen it, and that is what I seen.
Wow.
So, I'm not going to sit there and say that it's not real. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you if it's a ghost or not.
Right.
But what was it?
Well, see, that's what I wish that, when you guys do get to go to the Conjuring House, I want people to go on the grounds, because I honestly don't think the house has anything going on. I think it's the grounds that's the issue. And I would love it if you guys would be able to film and do your thing on the property.
Well, I mean, when we did the documentary, Eric and Billy, they went and they investigated the grounds, but there were nothing happened. But again, it was winter. There was snow. So that was a challenge for them.
Right.
When we went back a second time, and that's when I seen those lights, there's 3 feet of snow. I'm not treading through 3 feet of snow.
I don't blame you.
It was horrific. It was freezing. You could see it in the documentary. My drive there was insane. I don't even know how I even made it.
Wow.
We had that really nasty snowstorm that came through, semi trucks, jackknife, flipped over on the side, cars upside down. I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna die. Like this is how I die.
Yeah.
Um, and see, I thought I was going to be ahead of that storm. I had
Right.
everything planned out. I'm like, okay, as long as I go at this time, I'll be well ahead of it. No big deal. Nope, that thing came in a lot sooner than predicted.
Yeah, Mother Nature wasn't cooperating.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. And then I wish I still had the pictures, but I had stopped at a rest stop. I had to because my oh geez, windshield wipers were frozen. They weren't working.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, they were working. The problem was they were so iced up, it didn't do anything to the windshield.
Right. That's bad.
Right. So I get out of my car, and my whole car is covered in like like a quarter inch of ice.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit. Um,
Yeah, not good to be out in that.
and I'm sitting there thinking before I got to the rest stop, I'm like, man, my car's like dragging. It's like doesn't have that horsepower or whatever. Well, now I know why. There's like a couple 100 pounds of ice on my car because my whole car was iced up.
Say it was frozen. It was saying,
Yeah.
"To hell with this."
Um, so yeah, that oh god, that was a nightmare. But anyways, when we went back for the last time, it was with Side Eye Guy, Weeping Willow Paranormal. Let's see, Dom was with us and my son was with us. We weren't allowed to investigate the outside. That was a brand new rule.
Yeah, I remember that
We're like, what?
because I was hoping you guys were going to go outside.
Well, Side Eye Guy wanted to.
Didn't
But
she say because of the bears or some kind of story like that?
the nature was telling her
Okay,
not to.
got it.
Like the plants.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm like, that's ridiculous. But again, I'm not saying that orbs are not real. Don't know what the hell they are.
Right.
I mean,
What I'd like to have you explain is I do have a video that I took one time in a cemetery, and this was during the day. And of course, it was a bright, sunny day, so I made sure that the camera was turned away from the direct sunlight. And when I went over the footage, I actually had at the beginning point of the video, I had a white orb following me, and I guarantee you, I know it was because of the sun. So, could you explain how that affects your cameras?
again, it's basically what's happening is it's the lens. You got light that is hitting the lens in the right, like, unfortunately, in the right spot that can cause that to happen. So like, even if you were to like take a picture, like, oh damn it, I got this thing in my photo here. I'll just turn this way a little bit, and maybe it won't be in there, and do it again. You got the same thing. It's like fuck. Like it can happen. You can have dust inside the lens of your camera that can cause that.
Okay. I never thought of that.
With my cinema cameras and even my mirrorless cameras, I have to make sure that the lenses are dust free and the sensor is dust free. Otherwise, I'm gonna get the sensor I might get like a weird spot. But if it's on the lens, then when I say on the lens, I mean the back part of the lens where it gets turned into the camera itself. Let me see. How do I explain it? All right. So like with my cameras, I can detach the lens.
Okay.
So the part that goes directly into the camera itself, that can have dust on it. Let me do this. I'm only going to turn my camera on for a second here.
Ooh, we get to see him.
It'll just be easier that way. But
Right.
I'm like kind of sort of rearranging the room a little bit. All right. So
It's okay.
So mirrorless, right? Dust can get into this part here that goes into the camera. Put that on the right way. That would help.
He is a professional, guys. Really.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? Because I'm a used to. I have. You guys can't really see it. I'll just raise it up. I got my cinema cameras back there.
Right.
So I'm used to those lenses for right now. Then I go to like the Sony lens. I'm like, oh wait,
Yeah, you're forgetting how to put it back together.
right. Let me do something.
I've done that.
Is it working? Will you even take a photo? No. So, anyways, you can see there's the sensor inside there. And when you go to take a picture, there's these what I want to call them, the shutter covers the sensor real quick and then uncovers the sensor.
Right. Well, I was figuring that, yeah, it was reflection off of the sun rays. It followed me pretty much the entire journey through the cemetery. And then when I got to where the sun was directly behind me, it disappeared. So I pretty much written it off, because if anybody else would have looked at it, was, oh, look, there's an orb following you from, site to site. Because that's what it looked like, a little ball of light.
Let me see here. Where did that go? No, that won't work. So I'll turn my camera on again one more time. All right, so I use a very powerful IR light with this camera. And it gets mounted up here. But the deadlight is in a position to where if there's dust or anything like that that comes into frame, it won't get it because it's too far, or the way the deadlight is set up, it's too far away from the lens from that happening. Now, if I take the deadlight and I put it like real close to the lens, it doesn't even matter where, then that's going to happen. I'm going to get stupid dust particles. And then, well, no, I can do this as well. Let me turn this damn camera back on. All right. So this here.
You might as well just leave it on until we're done with this portion.
So the way I have my camera set up when I'm filming, I have a bunch of different cameras that I set up. But I have this camera here, and then I use... Where's that light at? Damn it.
And welcome in, girly.
Oh, there it is.
And I did see you, Alexis. Welcome in.
So basically, here's my rig that I hold during investigations. And you see how far away that light is from the lens. I don't get any orbs in my footage.
Right.
That eliminates it. And this thing is kind of heavy. I got a big ass battery right here that powers both the light and the camera. So there's a lot of things that I do to prevent that from happening. Now, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but 99% of the, pretty much 100% of the time, I don't get that kind of stuff in my photos or videos.
Which is great. So like I said, I always think it's just important, guys. You got to check your equipment, learn how to use it properly, because it's easy to mistake something. Well, just like you said, with the mists. The one time I was in a cemetery, and it was daytime again, and nothing was wet, everything was dry. And it's happened to be the same spot where I picked up an EVP. across one of the headstones, it was just a very faint distortion. And I'm thinking, okay, then I'm trying to pick it apart. Is, well, it wasn't wet, it wasn't mist, it wasn't fog because it wasn't that time of day for it. So I still don't know what it is. And I'm not claiming that, oh, it's a ghost, but actually I have to send it to you, Joe. Maybe you could explain to me what this, I don't know, mist or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's a distortion that is, and it was just on that stone.
It could have just been, it just could have been one of those things where the camera didn't, what do I want to call it? Maybe it's just some sort of glitch with the camera. I mean, that could be possible. I've taken hundreds of photos when I was off somewhere, and one of the photos was kind of weird because I did get like this kind of like it looked like it was kind of smeared or something like that. I don't really remember. I vaguely remember it, but the best way that I could describe it was something would look like it was smeared or whatever. And I don't think I don't think it processed correctly. I mean, believe it or not, cameras glitch
Right.
more than we think. Um, but I mean that's something that I'd have to see to get a better understanding of it.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the photo because it's the only spot that had that happen. And like I said, I could see if it was like, okay, fog or something, if it was damp or wet in that area, but it wasn't. And there was like no smoke or anything around, and it was too early in the day for fog. So I'm thinking, all right, what the hell is this then? So I just left it as an unknown because I didn't know what it was. It was just really weird, and it was just like on that one stone. And like I said, that was the area where I got the EVP. So
Right.
then you're thinking, okay, well, maybe this is something, seeing that I picked up, EVP in that section. And every time I've been back there taking a photograph of this same area, it's nothing, it's clear. So I don't know what was going on that day or to cause that glitch, if you want to call it a glitch, or it's just, I leave it as unknown because I have no clue. So
Right.
I'll send you the photo.
Oh, Ring cameras. Yeah, Ring cameras. Oh Lord, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten videos of people's Ring cameras. Um, they're great to have, but they're also like they're a pain in the ass to me because it's like, that's a bug, that's a spider, it's
Right.
it's not a ghost. Why does it look that way? It looks like a person walking. It's a bug. It's out of focus. Ring cameras, they're fixed focus. Um, they if you get too close to the lens, yes, everything's gonna get all like fuzzy and out of focus and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, there's
Um,
just, isn't that why? Or is it because you were talking about what Pam put on there? She said, isn't it that why doorbell and security cameras are notorious for catching orbs and blurry things where the light is coming from combined with the cheap equipment?
yep. Yeah. So believe me, I have a lot of experience and knowledge with those types of cameras. Did
He did a little research.
and yeah, yeah. So I get to learn how those things work. I mean, I have the basics of how they work, but once I really delve into it, I'm like, oh, okay, oh, that's interesting. You definitely can't trust that because those cameras, the majority of them actually, their sensor is actually a heat sensor. So if there's a change, um, if it detects some sort of change, a temperature, it'll immediately start recording. I just, like for the longest time, I thought it was just a motion detector. That if it just detected motion,
Right. That's what I always thought too.
but no, it's actually heat.
Wow. Okay.
So even if you get a bug that hits the right spot on those cameras, it'll set them off. When we investigated the Warren's house and museum, I can't tell you how many times uh, those damn lights kicked on, uh, and it was really windy. I'm like, holy shit! If I was the neighbors, I'd have a throw. I would throw a fit because that backyard was lit up every time something triggered those cameras to go off.
Right.
Um, so I kind of felt bad because I smoke, and you have to go away from the house to smoke. So I'm in Ed and Lorraine Warren's backyard having a cigarette, feeling bad because the damn lights are going off, and I'm being as still as I possibly can. It didn't matter because
Yeah.
of the wind and things like that.
And see, our driveway light is like that. The wind blows, it sets it off. We had to adjust the settings because it was driving everybody crazy.
Yeah, you can't have those things too sensitive.
Yep.
But um, like I said, I'm not saying that orbs aren't real or anything like that. Just when it comes to video and photos, there's an explanation for it, and that the most likely is particles in the air. Um, but like I said, orbs they emit their own light. So when I ask people, um, well, did you see it with your own eyes? Oh yeah, I seen it with my own eyes. That's why I took the picture. I'm like, you fucking liar. Or
Well, I don't expect that question to come out because I would say the same thing. Well, did you actually see it with the naked eye? Because that's the only thing I would trust.
right, I like looking at it, I knew exactly what it was. It was just something in the air.
Hey,
Or the other thing that pisses me off is they'll send me the original photo and I'm looking at the metadata. And one of the questions I ask is, oh, did you use Flash? No, I didn't use Flash. And then I look at the metadata. You use fucking Flash.
see, that's right there. They're telling you they don't know anything about their equipment then.
No, they're lying to me. Like, and I even said, you use Flash. And they're like, no, I didn't. I'm like, first off, you can tell in the photo. Not only that, it's in the metadata. Not only that, I know the aperture, I know the ISO. I also know the shutter speed that picture was taken because it's all there in the metadata.
Right.
Anybody can look at metadata. It's not complicated. It's like you right click on the photo, look at the properties. It's all there. And that, like, damn near everybody who has sent me photos like that have all lied to me. Nobody send me photos.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand what is the lying gonna do? I mean, like you said, the information is right there.
Yes, the information is right there, and it's obvious. Like, just by looking at the photo. I had a really good friend of mine one time lie to me. I'm like, well, dude, like you used Flash and blah blah blah. He's like, no, I didn't use Flash. I'm like, dude, I was so pissed off. I called him because it was just through Messenger. I ended up calling. I'm like, dude, don't fucking lie to me. Like, first off, I can see your flash in the photo because it's reflecting off of metal. Oh, that was a light elsewhere. I'm like, dude, no, you can literally see in this part of the picture you holding your phone up to your face, taking a photo showing the flash. Oh no, I'm like, dude, then I tell them about the metadata. Well, the metadata is wrong. And I'm like, no, dude, it's like,
yeah,
don't send me any more shit.
Right.
You're bullshitting me.
Jeez. Now they also, I've heard that they recommend that you change, your ISO settings on the camera Um, could you explain to everybody what that is and how it might improve their experience with taking photographs?
So that's when you get into a little more advanced photography. And you don't, some phones, sure, you have more advanced options. Um, yes, changing the ISO definitely helps, but it's figuring out where you need to be. So you know that the higher the ISO, um, the more sensitive the light is. I can actually let me turn my freaking thing back on.
Sorry, I make you turn it back on.
So my ISO is set to auto. Now, when I change it, I have no idea. All right, there we go. My ISO is really my ISO. Almost sounds like some my asshole. Anyways,
I was just gonna say that. That's funny.
the higher the ISO, the more sensitive the sensor is. The more I bring it down, you'll see it a little bit in this. Where am I at? I keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. How low does this thing go? Okay, so there's that. Anyways, it gets darker, then
Yeah.
gets brighter,
Oh, yep.
darker. The problem is with cameras is the higher ISO you use, your picture can look like shit. It'll
Right.
look super grainy and look really bad.
So then it's for working against you then, because yeah, you
Right.
said grainy. That's yeah.
So, gotta definitely be careful of that. Go ahead, turn that off. And then you have like f stops or t stops. T stop is more for video, but it also there are lenses that do have f stops for video as well. Anyways, so then you have your f stop. um, so we'll just to try to make this easy, we'll say that we use the iPhone. I believe it has an f stop of 2.0 is the lowest, but yet technically high that you can go. So with F F1, which is um, you know what? I'm not even going to make this. I'm not going to like go super detailed with this. I want to keep it simple. F stops can make a difference. So if you have your f stop at, again, just to make it easier, because it can go a lower number, but we'll just again stick with um, f2. That means the aperture of your lens is wide open, and then you get a shallow depth of field. Now, like with the iPhone and other cameras, it'll open that iris all the way to make sure that it gets as much light as it possibly can to the sensor,
Right.
which again, that affects the depth of field. So you get what they call the bokeh effect, where um, your subject is in focus and the background is just beautifully blurry,
Blurred out. Right.
right?
Hey, Ace.
Now, going from F1 to F4, coming to a point, well, I mean, even with F3. Anyways, going from F2 and up, the iris is now smaller and letting in less light. It also takes away the depth of field in a camera. So one of the things that you want to like look at when you're taking a photo is making sure that your f-stop works well with the ISO and shutter speed. That way you can get the cleanest image you can possibly get. But again, people like just throw their shit on auto and just,
Auto, yeah.
you know, and then hold the damn camera in their hand. The other thing too is people say, "Well, I don't shake when I hold, my camera or my phone." Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Everybody shakes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I have taken photos with my phone, and you have like that the crosshair. I'm thinking I'm holding my camera super still. Hell no. I'm like looking at the crosshairs. I'm like, oh my God. I am like, I moved a lot.
Yeah.
Even though it seems like I didn't, I
Right.
still did.
Picking up those micro movements.
Right.
You can't stop that.
Right. Um, but understand, like, again, it's all about understanding the things that we're using. I have to, like, I went out yesterday, and then like trying to learn how my lenses um, will react in certain situations. I uploaded a video doing a lens test, but anyways, and each lens is very different from one another.
Good to know.
So each lens has a different character to it. When we talk about f stops, or with my camera t stops, it's basically the same thing, as that t stops is like the true stop, where f stop is like, yeah, somewhere around that area. Um, like, one of my lenses is super sharp when I have the t stop at a certain point. Same thing, with the other lenses. So there's a lot, like, there's a lot that you have to learn and have to understand.
Yeah, because I do believe, yes, because it's going to stop you from thinking something is and it isn't. I think it just helps you figure out what's going on between an actual experience and then, again, like some form of pareidolia. Hey, welcome in 420.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
That was another. That was weird. Um, yeah, sorry if I sound like I'm like struggling or whatever. I'm like, how do I explain this the easiest way possible?
That's the thing,
Because I'm like, if I'm talking to like Matt or Zach, like,
you get more technical, but yeah.
we get way deeper, more technical. If anybody ever like hears us talk about cameras and be like, what? They're talking about rocket ships? What the fuck are they talking about?
Right. Say, hey, Julie, how's it going? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's do it the easiest way you can, because not everybody understands their equipment, how it works, and the technical jargon. You're just going to lose them.
Right.
Because then I know it, because I mean, like I said, I'm not no ace. I know pretty basic stuff, but then when you get into the high tech stuff, they're thinking, oh God, now I got to look all this stuff up, because I'm just you're lost.
Right. Yeah. It just try to explain things as easy as possible. That's why I used like a printer. Think of a printer when the camera's taking a picture. Um, just trying to find the easiest way to explain things. And it is funny to think that when you take a picture, the top part of the photo is older than the bottom part of the photo, even just a fraction of a second.
Right.
It's still older.
So yeah, that's good to know. That really is good to know. You guys shoot out your questions, guys. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. Let's see. Somebody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pam was saying that yes, some phones do have stabilizers to help with the movement.
Right. Like my iPhone 16 Pro Max, it has a stabilizer, but I don't use it. I don't use it because it'll crop in, and I don't like that cropping in,
Right.
and I can't use full-fledged 4K.
I think mine has one, but I never played with it.
I don't, because like I said, it'll crop in. I
Right.
don't like that because then it's cropping into the sensor, so you're not using the entire sensor. And honestly, nobody's actually using their entire sensor anyways, except now that they may change. Even then, you're still not using the entire sensor. um, so, and I always thought it was just kind of weird. Like, what's the point? Um, they make sensors wide on cameras, but there are the top, like a certain part of the top of the sensor and bottom of the sensor are not used. Like, well, that's a waste. Why would they, you know, save them money, save us money, and make the sensor, you know, where it'll read the entire sensor
Yeah, fully
rather than.
functional. Yeah.
Um, but now they make sensors square. The sensor on my new cinema camera, square. My other cinema camera, it's wide. It's a Super 35. All my other cameras, same thing. They're wide. Um, with Open Gate, it uses the entire sensor. But if I don't use Open Gate, then I'm not using the entire sensor. Basically, guys, all Open Gate is it when it records in a square. We'll just say, and it's using that entire sensor. Not using Open Gate does not use the entire sensor.
Right. We got a good question from Admin. She says, "What if you get 4 shots in a row with the same captures? Is that still a thing?"
I mean, it could be, but like I would have to like know what it is and be able to actually look at it to really understand. Because one of the problems is like people can explain their photo or their video, but you don't get to see it. You don't get to see the area that the photo was taken in. You don't really understand the conditions and things like that. So it makes it harder to at least try to somewhat figure out what it is. Um, Again, it comes down to being able to see what's in the picture. Now, if somebody took a picture of a shadow person and it was in a picture, like it was in a couple of pictures and it was actually moving and that person was not moving, and we can prove that there was nobody else moving or even in that surrounding area, that would be interesting.
Uh, yeah. Well, because even though you're taking the 4 shots, even though as things change with which each shot, it might be even just the littlest things, but they're all not the same.
Right, because even if you're holding your camera pointing in the same direction, there's still movement going on with your hands. So the shot's going to be off a little bit, or each shot will be off a little bit.
Right.
Um, but I mean that happens to everybody, unless you got it on a tripod.
All right, let's see. 420 says, "If the orb emits its own light, we call those spook lights or willows of wisps."
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I mean, orbs are supposed to emit their own light. It's not like something invisible that people get in their photos, when they take a picture.
Right.
Um, and even then, the the odds of actually seeing a ball of light and then getting a picture of it, it could completely wash that ball of light out, and it's not there because the flash washed it out.
Well, even like you said, it was interesting that you might see the orb, but it's picking up a reflective color from something that's in the room or in the space.
Right.
So, I mean, would that have the same effect? I mean, if you were seeing it with your naked eye.
It depends. I mean, like, because there's, I mean, it sounds stupid. It sounds like I'm making like excuses or some shit, but it mean like it depends. You know, what was in the room, what was their position, what we like. There's a lot of things that
Right.
could create that.
Right. Just the atmosphere itself and and the surroundings.
Yeah. I mean, I don't use flash when I take photos with my phone. Um, very rarely do I do that. If you see me use flash during an investigation, because I'm looking into a claim and I'm trying to see if it has something to do with the flash.
Right. So let's see. Let's see. Admit says I see faces and orbs and shapes. So I used to know the ones in my home made me feel like it was just visitors I knew. Sometimes I look at the pictures uh, and can draw the shapes I see, but others can't. Odd. So yeah, Edmund says it makes me feel like I'm psychotic, but I'm not.
Pareidolia.
I get a lot. Well, I heard that a lot from they see faces or like I said, they're different shapes. They're not always round.
I promise I could go out my backyard and point my camera at a bunch of trees. I guarantee somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, there's a face in there."
Yes, yes. Well, because I've done that with just taking photographs of an old house, the windows, and I've posted those and say, okay, tell me what you think you see. Because if you could make up any kind of
Oh
face,
God, I've done that, Laura. I
yeah,
just for shits and giggles, I did that. Like I just randomly took a picture. I was out uh, at a trail. I just took a picture. I'm like, tell me what you guys see.
yeah.
There's nothing there to see.
Well, I got
But
some pretty interesting answers.
I did too. Yeah. They're like,
Yeah,
oh my God, there's a face right there. And everybody's like, oh,
amazing.
there's a face. I'm like, no, there's no face there. Like,
So
I
yeah,
just wanted to see. One time I posted a photo on my Facebook. It was funny because one of our dogs, she would like, rather than sitting under the tree in the shade, she'd actually like go up to like a bunch of vegetation that's up against the fence, and that's where she would stay. But you would have no idea that she was actually there. So I took a picture of that, and I'm like, find the dog. Oh, nobody cared about the dog because somebody had seen a face and a tree trunk.
yep.
Like, I'm like, this is not. I mean, it looked like there was a face, but like, I live here, right? Like, like okay, but every comment, like, nobody was able to spot the dog. Nobody even mentioned the dog,
Mentioned the dog. I didn't care about the dog.
right? So then I went back out there. I took the same damn picture, a little bit of a different angle, got the same effect, posted it in the little comment section, and I said again, okay, um, now where's the dog? The dog wasn't in the photo.
And then
Uh,
but they were spotting the dog.
some of them claimed that they spotted the dog.
Oh, gee.
Others still talked about the face.
Right.
You guys got to kind of watch me because there's shit that I do in my videos where I'm like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to see who's paying attention. There are a lot of things that I do, not in every single video, but in a lot of my videos, there are things that I do on purpose to see who's paying attention.
Right. So he's just telling you guys, he just admitted he's messing with all of us.
I'm not faking anything, but there are things in a lot of my videos that should have people going, hey, wait a minute.
Right. You're hoping that, yeah, you're seeing this. Yeah, like you said, who's paying attention, who's going to catch it.
Yep. I'll say that I talked to somebody and they are in the debunking community, and I'm like, All you got to do is pay attention to my videos. If I go somewhere and we know other people have gone there, certain individuals, there's a reason why I may point something out. There's a reason why I may focus on something. And none of them have picked up on it.
Nobody's picked up on it. See, guys, he's giving us homework and we don't even know it. Here's a good question. Pamela says, Joe, do you think that the data loggers like APRF are using will make a good difference in being able to tell what is going on in a picture or a video?
They're a great team, and I love what
Yes,
they're doing.
they are.
I don't think data. I don't think.
Glue those teeth down tighter.
Man, I almost trying to say gigawatts for some reason. Back to the Future.
His mind's on something else. Hey, Ozzy.
Or no, it was gigawatts. So I don't think they necessarily help with video or photos. That may help with certain other things. But as far as photos and videos, no. Data loggers are great. But are they logging fast enough? Are they able to give information fast enough? I know the EDI Plus, it's popular. You know, it's a data logger, but it only records data of like, what was it? Something like every 10 seconds or something to that effect. Or you'd have to ask Kenny about that because I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, it's not fast enough. Is basically the complaint.
Right.
I would love to get data loggers. Problem is that they're expensive.
Yes.
And yeah, not very many people actually make them. Now I do have a data logger, except it logs EMF, EF, and RF.
Right.
So if, let's say, somebody sets a device out and that device can be triggered by, we'll say, a walkie-talkie. If I push the button on a walkie-talkie and it sets off the EMF meter, that data logger will show that it was an RF signal that set off the REM pod. It will show me if it was a cell phone, which cell phones don't set off REM pods. And then anybody tells you any different, they're wrong, unless they're using some janked up REM pod. Actually, let me do this.
Well, I mean, you actually did a test showing that it didn't set it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi does not set them off. Maybe I can do this without it going crazy. I do have a fan going.
Oh, we all got fans going. It's the only way we can survive. And welcome in, Ozzy.
Oh, I think I know what's happening. Shut up. I think it needs some batteries.
The room's full of spooks over there.
I know.
That's what you get for changing things up. You're pissing them off.
It's probably the temperature. Shut up. You sound like a really bad fucking guitar solo. Let me see.
Yeah, it does. It's funny.
I think it needs a new battery. I've had this battery in here forever. Yeah, it's a battery. Fuck. Gonna have to get another line volt. Why do they even use 9 volts? I don't understand that. Anyways, but yeah, I've made videos showing that Wi-Fi doesn't set them off. Cell phone signals don't set those off. I'm not going to name anybody, but somebody claimed that a key fob.
Yes, I was just going to ask you that.
Hell no, that's bullshit. Unless they got a janked up piece of shit REM pod or lightning. Lightning can set them off too. No, it doesn't. Because I got lucky. I set my REM pod outside, made sure it wasn't going to get wet, and we had a lot of lightning during a storm.
Right.
And I got lucky, and probably 50 feet away from me, lightning struck while the REM pod was on, which scared me because you see in the video, I kind of jumped. I'm like, Jesus, like, holy shit, that was close. REM pod never went off.
So that's telling you an awful lot.
Nope. It's just a proximity sensor with a temperature sensor, which could be what's setting off the REM pod because I do have fans going and temperature's constantly changing. And we have the air conditioner on too. But which doesn't exactly feel like it in this room because my computer. But anyhow, where are we at now?
Pam was saying, "Oh, okay. I was thinking they were more than that: temperature, humidity, vibrations, and so forth." Oh, as far as the data logger goes,
I mean, it depends. So if I wanted to like temperature and humidity, there are dedicated devices not for paranormal that we can get. It'll also tell us the wind speed as well. Can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. I know Dawson has one.
for testing for wind speed.
Wind speed also.
I always screw it up. A nanometer, something like that.
Something.
Yeah.
Another,
I always say it wrong.
a thingy me bob, whatchamacallit, thing or scientific thingy.
Now, see here, Julie disagrees with you. She says,
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Key fob can set up a REM pod.
Nope. I can prove it. I can prove it. You want me to prove it? I'll prove it. I'll find a battery. I'll find a battery. I have no problems debunking that.
She's saying that the fob can easily trigger the pod sensor, resulting in a false positive.
Nope.
Oop, he's saying no, Julie. Oops.
But it could depend on who made the REM pod. But I am looking for a 9 volt.
That's it, Julie. Yeah, I always say it wrong.
Let me see.
I think it's a good tool to have, though. We should check the wind and all of that is in the area that we are investigating in, because you never know what's going to set something off or close a door or make a window rattle. I mean, so you need to know what's going on. Welcome back, Cynthia. Yeah, she said not every fob. It depends on the signal. What did you have for dinner? I went big tonight, seeing that, I can't use anything, the plumbing. I had cereal. Okay. He's showing us.
Hopefully you guys can hear the clicky. Hear it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, we've got a question here. Is the fob radio signal or Bluetooth?
Radio.
And then Julie says, yes, REM pods can be triggered remotely depending on the model. They can be set off from a distance by a simple key press on a standard walkie-talkie or via nearby radio and cellular frequencies. Ooh, it's the battle of the brains.
Bluetooth.
Okay. Let's try something different. Hey, Candy. Nada. Now, didn't Kenny Biddle do a test of that of some sort and it did go off, or no? I forget.
I think he used something else.
She keeps saying it depends on the fob.
I mean, I use. I mean, I'll have to look that up, but
Oh, now you got him going. You got him going.
I mean, when I had my Ford Focus, I tried. That's what I actually used when I did that experiment to keep up from my Ford Focus. Now, this key fob that I have here, it's for Kia. Let's see.
Oh, that's just wrong, Cynthia. Biscuits and gravy. That's it. I don't want to hear about it, man.
Also, notice that it's not going off.
Hey, Chaos. I sent you a message. I don't know if you got it.
Let me do this. I'm going to send you a message. Don't reply to it. All right, I'm going to send you a message, Laura.
Okay.
Let me wait for that to stop.
No pictures?
Hang on.
All right.
Nothing.
I got more noise on my end than you did.
I literally have to get up on it.
For this phone to set off. Yeah, you're right there. Well, you're right in that area.
Yep.
Got it.
All right.
Ooh, she's getting real technical. I love it. She says when an active key fob sends out a strong signal, typically at frequencies of 315 megahertz or 433 megahertz, it creates a temporary spike in the surrounding energy field. Oh, Julie.
I'm going to look into that.
Uh-oh. Channel.
And please tell me you didn't get that from AI, though.
This is good. When an active key fob sends out a strong signal, typically at the frequencies, it just repeated what you said. Sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, an RF signal, like CB radio, can set off. Another thing too that I heard is that a spirit box can set off a REM pod. That is absolutely not true either. And I won't do it now, but I can absolutely prove it doesn't.
So he'd have to set up the CB and
Well, just have to set up a spirit box and put it fairly close to the REM pod. I don't want the antenna of the spirit box to interfere with the antenna on the REM pod.
excuse me. Let's see. She has been, what was it, Pam? She's been investing for days or several hundreds. I'm lost on that one, Pam. Did you mean investigating? She says, I have REM pods. I've played with them too.
It's probably going to, what it's probably really going to come down to is who's making the REM pods and what specific parts are being used. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Pretty much, is it just sensors, flashy lights, and glue sticks?
I mean, basically, it is just a junior theremin kit with an added temperature sensor.
She says she only uses her REM pods for the cats. You scare the hell out of your cat with it? That poor kitty. Well, I don't own one, so I can't argue it. Well, someday when I do get one, I'll do some testing myself. But I can't.
I only bought one uh, just to show why we really shouldn't use it.
Right.
I'm not saying nobody should, but um, the false positives, it doesn't tell us anything. It just lights up and goes off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't like tell me anything. Like just hey, just going off. Might be a ghost, might not be a ghost. You're never gonna know.
No, that's true. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Investigating. I was going to say they are essentially the difference between a theremin kit and a professional theremin. I was going to say, yeah. Did I say that right? Difference between a theremin kit and a professional theremin.
Yeah, what's in the like the REM pod I have, and pretty much everybody in the states, anyways, um, using the Junior Theremin hobby kit. That was something that Kenny Biddle uh, shown. He took one apart and was able to find the hardware for it. The hardware is anywhere from $15 to like $20.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen those kids make your own at home. I've seen them.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, shit.
There's really not much to it.
There's kid toys that are like 15, maybe $25 that are basically a little theremin kit. People could use those. You'd get the same freaking effect. It's a kid's toy. It's cheaper. It's the same damn thing.
Right. That's actually, yeah, you're right. Oh, let's see. Julie says, yeah, I have my little toys. No, Laura, not those. Oh, those vibrate, not blink. Chaos says, I'm okay with spirit boxes, but scenes SN. I don't know. I like I said, I always leave the door open because you just never know.
So
Oh God, the DR60. That's just a nightmare.
so here's the thing. You know, people are going to believe what they want. Devices are going to get criticized, and they should be. But at the end of the day, um, what else are people supposed to use? You know, the whole point of a REM pod, it comes back to the belief that spirits can manipulate and interact with things.
Exactly.
Boom, REM pod. That's why people use it. Seeing if something would interact with it. The problem is that there's no way to validate whether or not a ghost or I don't fuck whatever is actually manipulating it.
Right.
The spirit box. It's long believed that it's either frequencies or the white noise generated by the spirit box is what spirits are supposed to use to communicate. Um, but what we see, and I've seen this, and just use this as an example, is watching somebody's live stream. This was years ago on Facebook, and I heard Guns N' Roses' "Sweet Child of Mine," and I heard "Sweet Child of Mine," and they're like, "Oh, your baby." They're thinking that song is a freaking ghost.
Yeah, they picked that up and just ran with it.
Right, and I'm like, wow. Dude, that's Guns N' Roses' "Sweet Child of Mine" that you heard, and then they come back through, and it was at the part where it was like, where do we go? And they're like, are you telling us you're lost and you don't know where to go? Just go to it. I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid. I even put in chat, I'm like, you can't tell the difference between a song and a ghost. You probably shouldn't be investigating.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, never know that I did testing on. I have an old Radio Shack radio. I don't even think Radio Shack exists anymore. Um, and the antenna doesn't work on it, so it's pure white noise on the AM channels. And I figured, okay, let me run testing to see. And I did this, for several days. Nothing come through it. Not a damn thing. So if we're supposed to be able to communicate through white noise, then why didn't it work?
Right. I mean, I've had interesting things come through.
Hey, Fred.
I've had interesting things come through the spirit box. I've been called a derogatory name for a gay person one time. I've been called an asshole, called a pansy, and these were direct. But I mean, was it a ghost or was it a coincidence? Was it audible pareidolia? It very well could have been. But I mean, like I said, I've heard some interesting things. So I don't mind if people are using the spirit box. Just people need to use their fucking brains.
Yeah.
And actually understand how it's supposed to work and how alleged communication is happening rather than, oh, well, they're using the radio stations and like words and blah, blah, blah. Like, insert whatever, but they're just wrong. We have the DR60, okay? DR60, get it, got it, I know. It's a shitty recorder, but it's still a digital recorder. It's still capable of getting EVPs. But we also had to understand what we have to watch out for and what to listen for. There's 3 core beliefs as to how EVPs happen. People believe that EVPs are just basically not loud enough, just to keep it simple, for us to hear, but it gets picked up on the microphone. Or an EVP is imprinted, which I don't buy that because that doesn't make any sense to me. But basically, a ghost somehow imprints an EVP on a device or a tape or whatever. Okay. And then you have white noise. That EVPs are generated through white noise. And I'll go with that and the microphone picking it up before the imprinting. But the DR60 falls perfectly with white noise because it is so loud, or not so loud, because no, I can say that actually the white noise it produces, it's a lot, it's loud.
Right.
People think that it makes it easier to get EVPs, whereas
hey, Kiwi,
like for me, I have high quality digital recorders. I might have gotten an EVP, or it could have been a disembodied voice. I don't know. But anyways, I get way less EVPs using my higher quality recorders, whereas I get more alleged EVPs using a cheaper recorder that has more of that white noise. Is there something to it? I don't know. There very, very well could be. But, the whole thing with the, oh my God, it's growling and screaming and shit. When we went to the Warren's house, we did use the DR60, but to make a point.
Right.
The point was, this thing is noisy. Even us using it, we're still getting like these growling sounds or whatever. And we're just like, the DR60's being the DR60. We didn't just did it to make a point.
Right. Yeah, see, I've never done the Estes method. I can't stand the noise. Because Julie suggests she's tried the Estes method on herself. And I didn't hear music at all. However, I did get 0.1% if it's communication.
Been a couple of times where some interesting things kind of happen with an SS method, but who knows? Right. Was it just a coincidence? I mean, when Dawn and I, when we went to the old hospital on College Hill She wanted to do the Estes method, whatever. But a police radio came through. It just so happened where we were at, there was a man who was got into a shootout with the cops. He ended up in that hospital, and then he, as the story goes, anyways, the man waited for the police who was guarding his room, making sure the dude wouldn't escape. Left. He got out of the bed, went into the hallway, like down the hallway, and then got himself a nice running start and threw himself out a window. That did happen. Um, the other story is that he may have had help being thrown through that window.
Oh, bummer.
Um, given the time frame and the color of the man's skin,
Okay.
could have very well have happened.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately. But yeah, we heard a police radio. We didn't have anything with us that would sound like that. It came through uh, the spirit box. So when Dom was doing the Estes method, I didn't actually hear it at the time. It wasn't like paying attention. It's focused on something else. But Dom was the one who's like, "Hey, I heard what sounded like a police radio come through." And when I went back and reviewed the footage, I'm like, "Yeah, there it is." Like, I can't even believe I didn't notice that.
Interesting.
But again, the problem is that people who are using the equipment, they actually don't understand the history of the equipment. They don't understand exactly how it's supposed to work, and I say supposed to loosely, or should say how it allegedly works.
Right.
And a lot of also too, debunkers get a lot of that wrong too on how these devices work. But I mean, at the end of the day, what else are people supposed to use? Things are expensive.
Yep.
REM pod is something people use because again, it comes back to, can spirits manipulate or interact with things? It's always been a belief.
Right.
Again, how do we validate that that's actually happening? So a lot of what we see and the criticisms that like debunkers give, although again should be criticized, but there's a belief behind it, and there's history behind it as to why people use those devices. Only time I use those devices is if it's a claim.
Right. And then you're trying to see if it's true or not. All right. Julie's got a question for you. She says, I was messing around, had 3 cameras recording. Only one had just a couple of minutes on it. Everything from 2 hours was gone. I kept checking them too. I don't know why it was gone. She's saying that they were wiped.
Could be just a bad memory card, because I've had that happen where a memory card, SD card. I don't know why. Memory card, Joe. Memory cards were for gaming systems back in the day. I've had that happen where I was recording, and then the first few minutes, or no, the first recording was there. The rest of the recording's gone. And something happened with the SD card. It's actually happened to me a couple of times where that has happened. Or there could be a spot on the SD card that's just corrupt, and you just lose footage because it can't write to a corrupt card.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense. But actually, I have something that falls into that same category where I remember when the place where I actually had my very first encounter when I was a kid, my father had bought a brand new video camera. I think they called it a High 8.
Yep, High 8.
Those days, okay. And Everything that he filmed outside of the castle was perfect. Everything inside was black. Nothing that he filmed inside was on the tape.
Um, was there audio?
I believe no. And like I said, it was a brand new camera. So we never found out why. Everything on the outside was great. Visual, audio, inside, black.
No, but also to be fair to that, I've also had this happen where I went and I investigated, and this was on my iPhone, where I was recording a tour. That footage, not on my iPhone. I know I was recording footage, not on my iPhone. So I had talked to. It was actually Miranda Young. She and her friend run the haunted stuff over at the Scotts County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
I told her about that. I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I'm like that all that stuff they recorded with the tour and the history. I'm like, on my phone, it's gone. I don't have a lot of it. It's like it's gone. It's like, you know what? She's like, that happened. That has happened to a couple of people who've been here. She told me who they were, and I ended up talking to one of them. And they're like, yeah, oh, I went there. It was recording. Everything was fine. And then the footage was gone. And then he's like, then I went back because it was something that they were doing. I don't know exactly what it was, but they went back to do it again. Same damn thing. But yet any other time, it was fine.
Yeah.
Same thing with my phone. Like, I'm like, oh shit, is there something wrong with my phone? Because if there's corrupt memory in the phone, that's going to be bad, like real bad, and continue to get really bad. And I thought that's maybe what was going on. Everything else, like the investigation and stuff like that, everything was fine. It was just the tour stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird. Hey Ryan, how's it going? And of course I can't play any of that for anybody because the machine that plays the high eight we can't get parts for. But it was strange. Actually, it's funny. He still has the camera, but he had bought it specifically that summer. And like I said, everything outside was beautiful. And then everything he filmed on the inside, total blackness. And he was pissed because he's thinking, okay, I just bought this. What's wrong with it? And he never had looked into it because it was the only time he had a problem with it. Any other time we used the camera, it was fine.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't know.
That's the mystery.
You know, it's funny. I don't know. I don't know if you know this or remember this, but maybe it was very late '90s, early 2000s. Sony released a camera that had super night shot, and they ended up recalling it and banning it because you could see through clothing.
Ooh.
My parents still have that camera.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they bought that camera. They didn't know what that was gonna like get recalled or anything like that. But
X-ray vision.
They bought that camera, and I seen it on the news about it. I'm like, that kind of looks like the same camera that my mom and stepdad have. So I went and I got their camera, and then I went online to look it up, and sure enough, there was a recall on that camera because of the night vision. So I told my now ex-wife, I'm like, they need to hang on to this camera. I'm like,
yeah,
it's been recalled. And I told her why. She's like, oh, bullshit. I'm like, no. I'm like, read right here. She's like, I doubt that. She's thinking, because I think she was thinking it was literally like X-ray, but it really wasn't. I'm like, no, I'm serious. Check it out. So I turned the camera on and I pointed at her, and it was hot. She wasn't wearing a bra.
Oh no.
I turn on the super night vision and I turn the camera towards her. She's like, oh my God. And I'm like, Yeah.
We can see the girls.
Yep. I'm like, yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
then I aimed it
funny.
lower. So I aimed it lower. I'm like, oh my God. And she's looking, she's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's why it was recalled.
It's funny. Julie wants to know if she could borrow it.
um, the thing is, it's when you turn it on super night mode, it's worthless.
It's funny.
It records at like 15 frames a second. So movements, it'll like do this ghosting or smearing. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Oh, I don't think she wants to use it on an investigation.
Well, it doesn't matter. Investigation or not,
It's funny.
you got to hold it really still, and the person cannot be moving with a quickness.
Right.
And then for a while there, people were actually uploading videos where they were at beaches. And I didn't watch the videos.
Yeah.
It was a news story where people were using that camera at beaches,
Right.
seeing like through.
Seeing everybody's
He-
hoo-ha.
Yeah,
Oh boy. Yeah, Ryan, we're talking actually orbs and the equipment all together. So she has many tripods, yeah. So Julie has plans for that kind of camera. Search your garage sales. You might find one.
I don't even know if there still works or not, but
It probably does, because I know all my father's stuff still works. The only thing, like I said, the player for that kind of camera, you had to have the bulb, and it was the projector, and you can't get the parts for that stuff no more. So it just sits in a box somewhere around the house. Let's see. Does your wife or girlfriend think of paranormal? What does your wife or girlfriend think of paranormal? Are you asking Joe or are you asking Ryan?
because if you're asking me, I'm single.
He's single, and he wants to keep it that way. Ryan said he says he's seen spook lights more than once. I get a lot of people saying ball lightning. I don't think so, but hey, I've seen light on the abandoned railroad tracks. Legends of workers walking with lanterns. Oh,
Sounds like a story in Michigan.
that's pretty interesting. I don't know. So I don't know. What are your final thoughts, Joe, on orbs? Or is it wishful thinking, or do you believe that there is something out there we just haven't proved it yet?
I do think that orbs are a thing. What they are, I don't know. But the majority of it, with photos and videos, is it's just particles in the air, or lens refraction. I think
Right.
that's right. Um, like I said, orbs, they are a thing you should be able to see with your own eyes because they emit their own light. They're not invisible, and only a digital camera or video camera can pick them up. That's just no.
Right. So rest assured, Betty, you see your orbs with your naked eye, so you've got something going on there. So just keep documenting it, and hey, maybe you'll be the one that finds out what's going on out there.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is. It could be very dangerous.
Who knows? You never know. It could be something trying to break through from a different dimension.
That would be cool.
Oh, goodness. Wouldn't that be something? I don't know. But I want to thank you, Joe, for hanging out with us and explaining how the cameras work and how we could be misled by just a simple thing as light refracting off of the lens, or, dust that's in between the lens and the camera, which is usually the possibility of what we're all seeing. But yeah, guys, you always leave the door open for the unknown. You don't know. It's just how this whole field works. It's all unknown. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight and your great questions. They're appreciated, and I appreciate your support, guys. It's always a good time. And Joe, what do you got going on so that we know where to look for you and what you're up to?
Right now, the only thing that I can say is going on is I know October 3rd, yeah, October. I don't know why I almost said the 8th. There's something going on the 8th. October 3rd. Going to be getting together with Jay Carts, Stone Rock, Jimmy. Let's see, Lord Beagle, Hart, Jeff, Dana, some others, and investigating a location. There may or may not be something else going on. I can't say. Um, and I'm just honestly, I'm just editing, like trying to edit videos, so unmotivated, and I still got to do members only streams to go over stuff.
The life of a content creator.
So, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, well, no, Sunday.
Oh, that's
Boo
right. We're
Productions.
gonna be on Boo Productions.
Yeah,
That's gonna be something else. I'm looking forward to that. So,
that'll be fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we already know what to expect. Probably the first 5 to 10 minutes. Jeff and Dana will probably argue a little bit. And
Yell at the dog.
Yell at the dog.
And of
Never
course,
fails.
well, we're not. There's no Kenny or no Dawson, so that
Right. Which I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, Kenny and Dawson on the same stream. Oh my God.
they kill me. I just die laughing.
It's like, you guys get a fucking room.
He gets so frustrated with him.
Oh God. But yeah.
Oh, it's a good time. So yeah, guys, don't forget that we'll all be on there Sunday. Get the questions ready. So I think the topic is how can we investigate better, which is a good question. Makes you think.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Beardo's going to be on there too.
yeah, I think so. Yep. So
That'll be fun.
And I think they got Mason to come out.
Yes, Mason. Yep.
So which is good. He needs to get back out here.
The meddling mediums will be there. I believe Carla will be as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be a fun-filled cast. A lot of interesting questions and answers. You don't miss out on it, guys. It's going to be a good time. I will see all of you on Friday in the morning brew. So don't forget to grab your coffee and your favorite blankie and come hang out. But until then, guys, always remember, live life a little bit on the raw side. See you guys later.